Philip Hetherington. I'm sure nobody would take that away from him. An absolutely superb looking super saloon. Brand new car, spanking brand new, and it's out for its first run. It hasn't even had any warm-up or hot laps yet, so he'll be taking it nice and easy. We have about 3 or 4 super saloons running today. Of course, a lot of cars and people have gone away to the title for the B Production Saloons today. We'd like to thank you people that have come down here in support of Redline. Number 1, sponsored by the Norlane Tyre Service people, and they're at Melbourne Road in Norlane for your top Pirelli, Uniroyals, Bridgestones, Dunlops, Olympics and Michelins. The Norlane Tyre Service, the proprietor down there is Adrian Debler, for top tyres, front end alignments, wheel balances, and the purchase of top brand new tyres or recaps can be purchased at the Norlane Tyre Service, Melbourne Road in Norlane. Gay Morrow on the inside in 64, on the outside Mackenzie in car 22, Hetherington bringing up the rear in car number 40. Don't forget, he's still got a car for sale. If you want to talk to him after the race meeting during the interval break, call in and see him down the pits. Gay Morrow starts to sneak away in car number 64. Mackenzie straight into it there in car number 22, takes the lead into turn number 1. Gay Morrow to second in car number 64, then Hetherington in car number 40, sitting in third place. But Mackenzie pulls well clear of the rest of the circuit. Have a look at this boy go. He's testing his car out. He's had a lot of trouble with it, and it seems to be firing up okay. Hetherington goes into second place in car number 40. Looks like they got a bit of a dust problem down in turn number 2. It looked very, very wet, but those big wheels have already created a problem down in turn number 2, so it looks like she's going to have a water just down in turn 2. The rest of the circuit holding up okay at the moment. Hetherington's staying about the same pace away from Mackenzie in car number 40. Mackenzie going down back chute into turn number 3 in car number 22, doing it nicely at this stage, out on his own. Gavin Mackenzie, car number 22. Hetherington out with his brand new car. Car number 40 sits in second place and almost half a lap down. It's his first time out in this car. We can't expect miracles. Gay Morrow in third place in car number 64. It's a 6th lapper. Mackenzie may lap Gay Morrow with 2 to go. Gavin Mackenzie, car number 22, doing it nicely. In second place, Hetherington, car number 40. And third place to Gay Morrow in car number 64 with 1 lap to go as Gavin Mackenzie will come around for the white flag. Gavin Mackenzie, car number 22, Gay Morrow in 64, the 2 Commodores out there. Mackenzie goes on the outside of Gay Morrow. He's lapped her in a 6th lapper, so Gavin Mackenzie doing it nicely out there in car number 22. Gay Morrow hangs on to third place in 64 as it's Hetherington who's taken the white flag for second in car number 40. And Gavin Mackenzie doing it nicely, car number 22, first over the line. Second will be Hetherington in car number 40 and third Gay Morrow in car number 64. A fine drive by Gavin Mackenzie. It's very good to see his car running as nicely as he just did in that race. Second place to car number 40, Philip Hetherington, and third place to Gay Morrow in car number 64. I'm not sure if we got a time on this first one. The timekeeper just made it up. Yes, we will have a time. He has got the 6 laps down. And it's in a time of 2:08.60. 2:08.60, and I'd say it'd be a pretty quick time. We'll just go back and check on it, but that was a 6th lapper to Gavin Mackenzie, first over the line in car number 22. Second was Hetherington in car number 40, and third Gay Morrow in car number 64. And the water truck will be working flat out to keep that dust down, particularly in turns 1 and 2. Just a little bit down that back straight going into turn number 3. On the outside, it's Rodney Hetherington in car number 76. Behind him, it looks like the Ross Ballard car. Car number 17. On the inside of Ballard is Steve Young in 27. Then comes Russell Clark in car number 42 and Blackney on the outside in car number 49. Event number 2, over 8 laps for the mini-modifieds on pole position. Second time out. Ladner Jr. in car number 69 took it nice and easy in his opening meeting here about a fortnight ago or a month ago. Steve Young in car number 27. I don't recall seeing this guy out again, so I'm interested to see how he goes. And from Nyora, bringing up the rear of the field on the inside, it's Russell Clark in car number 42. Be nice and greasy for them in turns 1 and 2 as they had that big sprinkle. But it's Ladner on the pole in car number 69 on the outside of him. Hetherington in car number 76 in with a good chance to take out this first event for mini modifieds over 8 laps. Outside running. He's got a novice driver on the inside of him, so he should be able to beat him into turn number 1 at the drop of the flag. And I think the boy in that race that'll give him a bit of curry, maybe Russell Clark from the rear in car number 42. In 42 on the outside, Blackney in car number 49. It's an 8-lapper, heat number 2. This one courtesy of Apollo Plus batteries from Market Street in Sunshine and also from Geelong. Hetherington straight to the floor as he goes into turn number 1, and they're 1, 2, 3, 4 wide as the rest of the field goes into turn 1. And Russell Clark has got through the field and into second place in pursuit of Hetherington, who's out in front in 76. Second place is Clark in car number 42. On the outside comes Ballard in car number 17. Then comes Ladner in car number 69. Blackney on the outside of him in car number 49. And sitting at the rear of the field at this stage, we have Steve Young in car number 27. But the lead now to Russell Clark in 42 as Hetherington almost wiped himself out on the concrete fence. Russell Clark the leader, Hetherington in second place, and Ian Blackney's in the fence there in car number 49. He's dropped the rear right-hand wheel. I don't know if they clipped wheels or what happened, but he's skidded. See his wheel marks took him straight into the fence there. He's clouded the fence and gone around as Ross Ballard in car number 17 gives us a nice 360 and continues on. But that's Blackney, car number 49, stuck up in that concrete fence there. Looks like he's okay. He's gone into it pretty hard. Don't know whether he won on his own. It looks like only one set of tyre marks into the concrete. So Blackney out for the day now in car number 49 as the tow truck lines himself up to pick him up and cart him to the centre. So that's bad luck for Blackney in 49. Hetherington the leader. The lead was taken off him by Clark in car number 42 as he headed towards the concrete at the change into lap 2 before the restart. Clark moving to the outside. No drop of the flag. Clark getting towy. Ross Ballard trying to sneak through on the inside. They realise the flag has not dropped, but Russell Clark from Nyora in car number 42 started to edge his way up before the drop of the flag to the outside of Hetherington in car number 76. A no-no in racing, not allowed to go, so we have another restart. Hetherington the leader, Clark second, and then comes Ross Ballard in 17, Steve Young in 27, and Len Ladner in car number 69. 8-lapper, courtesy of Apollo Plus batteries for heat number 2. A restart into the second lap when Ian Blackney ploughed into the fence there in turn number 1 and has virtually written his car off. So that's bad luck for Blackney, but the race will continue with the leader being Hetherington in 76, Clark second in car number 42, and third place to Ross Ballard in car number 17, followed by Steve Young in car number 27. This time the flag drops. Hetherington pulls away a little bit now from Russell Clark in car number 42. Clark won't give him too much breathing space. He sits on his tail. There's about 3 cars lengths, 2 cars lengths as they go down the back chute into turn number 3. It's Hetherington leads. He hugs the pole. Clark will have to take him on the outside. Hetherington in car number 76, and Clark is sitting right on his bumper, waiting for Hetherington to move up the pole, and he forces him off the pole. Through the inside he goes as Hetherington almost loses control in turn number 2. He's in second place. Third place to Ballard in car number 17. And Russell Clark doing it nicely out in front in car number 42. Hetherington running second in car number 76. He's losing ground now. Third place to Ballard in car number 17, followed by Steve Young in 27. Ladner in car number 69 is about to be lapped by the leader, Clark in 42, as turn number 3 starts to bring up a little bit of dust. Russell Clark doing it nicely. He's about to catch up to the tail end of Ladner. Hetherington hangs on to second place in car number 76, third to Ballard in 17. Then comes Steve Young in 27. Already lapped now is Ladner in car number 69. Here comes the leader underneath the box. That's Russell Clark in 42. Ladner a lap down in 69. Hetherington was second in car number 76. He's followed in third place by Ballard in car number 17. As Hetherington goes on the inside of Ladner out of turn number 2 and back straight they go. It's Hetherington in car number 76 into turn number 3 as the leader, 42, Russell Clark, has just passed another tail end to Steve Young in car number 27 as he goes into turn number 2. He's into it and out of it and down the back chute towards turn 2, and he may even lap third place getter They'll be coming around for the white flag, 1 to go. 1 lap to go for Russell Clark in car number 42. Steve Young in car number 27 has been lapped. Ladner has been lapped in car number 69 as Hetherington goes to the infield in 76. So Steve Young takes out 3rd place at this stage in car number 27. The checkered flag for Russell Clark in car number 42, first over the line. Second over the line will be Ross Ballard in car number 17, and third will be Steve Young in car number 27, first time out and takes a third, with Hetherington going to the infield in car number 76. But Russell Clark doing it easily. He started from the rear of the field at the beginning of the race, had taken over the lead in lap number 2 with a restart called, went back to position number 2, but took Hetherington, forced him wide in turn number 1 and slipped into the lead and has taken it nicely. An 8 lap from a time of 2:37.92. 2:37.92. Russell Clark doing it nicely today in car number 42 from Nyora. He was first over the line. Second over the line was Ross Ballard in 17, and third over the line was car number 27, Stephen Young, in a time of 2:37.92. We're in the state, and that was for the Australian A Production Saloon title for these guys that are out here today. It was one of the best races I've ever seen, and it is all caught on the Rex Harris video production video camera up here in the judges box. If you're interested in putting your order in for a video, whether it be from today's meeting or previous meetings, come up and see Rex here at the judges box. Right, I will have a look at the positions now. We have David Brewhout on pole from Geelong in car number... I think I've just went dead. No, I'll come back again. We got David Brewhout on pole in car number 26. Robbie Stevenson on the outside of him in car number 42. In car number 20, the Carroll Grist car, we have Cole Stevens, who normally drives car 99 in the B Productions. He's unable to get his car here today, owing to the fact that at Hamilton last week, or Simpson I think it was last week, he clouded the car into the fence. Little Hales in 73. In 44 is Weston on the outside. Ladner in 43. Little Hales in trouble. They won't start it. They're coming around 1, 2, 3, 4 wide, and the flag has not dropped. Very, very greasy at this stage. Driving car number 18 is Linda Dean. I'm not sure if this is her first run in a speedway car, but it's the David Rickett car from Geelong. Did so well in his heats here at the title race a fortnight ago, and he blew his engine up, but apparently I was listening to him down the pitch, he was talking that he hit a fence, I think he said it was at Hamilton, and did a little bit of damage to his vehicle. And the race meeting here at the last fortnight ago didn't do it a great deal of good and blew, so he's got a secondary motor in there, let's call it, and today driving it all day will be Linda Dean from Geelong in car number 18. Brewhout on pole. Ladner trying the outside run again. They're going to try it over again. This may be third time lucky. So it's David Brewhout from Geelong in car number 26. Ladner better wake up to himself. This time he'll find himself penalised in car number 43. 2 tries, 2 starts. They come around for the green flag, and Ladner makes it 3 wide and tries to get a good run. I don't blame him, but you must wait till that flag drops. So watch it, Ladner. Penalty could be coming up because Chief Stewart has put a flag in his hand, and it's a black one. It means trouble. This time around, they're taking it easy. Ladner sits back this time. All bring it easy. The flag will drop. It has dropped. Now he can move to the outside, and he does just that. Ladner in 43 goes from position 6 to position 4 as they go into turn number 1. But Robbie Stevenson has taken the lead in car number 42, and around goes Brewhout in car number 26. He's missed by Weston, he's missed by Cole Stevens, he's missed by car number 30, the David Glynn machine. Also David Savell in car number 9, and we have 2 up in the fence there. Robbie Stevenson in car number 42 and Ladner in car number 43. As Mad Dog Cole Stevens in car number 20 having all sorts of trouble coming out of turn number 3. The race will continue as Robbie Stevenson comes off the concrete fence, no damage done. Going rather slow though, but the lead at the moment, I'm not sure, it may be Danny Littlehales in car number 73. Danny Littlehales, the leader in car 73. So it's Danny Littlehale, second place to Ladner in car number 43. Third place to Cole Stevens in car number 20. He's followed by car number 30, which is David Glynn. And Dean Weston having all sorts of trouble there in car number 44, trying to come out of turn number 4. That big sprinkle of water has made it like a skating rink. So Ladner taking it easy, real easy, almost loses in turn number 3. Almost loses in turn number 4 as he comes back onto the circuit. The drivers would be cursing at the moment. It's so hard to come around there. And around goes car number 9. Around goes Weston in 44. They both threw themselves around. Boy, what action we've got here in event number 4 for A Production Saloons. Ladner having all sorts of trouble also in car number 43 as he puts himself around. Cole Stevens brakes heavily to avoid an accident, now has taken the lead. Cole Stevens in car number 20 has taken the lead, but David Glenn in 30 I think has snuck through to take over the lead. Robbie Stevenson in car number 42 puts the thumbs up to Cole Stevens in car number 20, says get out of me way boy, as Danny Littlehale's also having a lot of trouble there in car number 73. The circuit in all sorts of bother. Well, the circuit's not, it's the drivers having all sorts of bother trying to get around. If these guys are having trouble and they've got racing tyres on, what's going to happen to the fender benders when they come out? So it looks like Danny Littlehales may still be the leader in car number 73. There's still about 2 laps to go. Well, I thought that big sprinkle of water wouldn't have done that much damage to the circuit, but by gee, it's made a mess for these drivers out here. The leader still Littlehales in car number... One, two, three. I've blown a fuse. Gavin Kovacs in 45 is Brian Kennedy rather. 49 is Gavin Kovacs. Car number 41, this heat run by Les Watmore. Car number 97 in all sorts of trouble, can't even get it started at this stage, is Brett Braddock. Behind him in car number 80 is Michael Latch. Behind him Jacoby in 36, John Van Meel in car number 21, and Tony Head brings up the rear in car number 95. So as soon as we can get car number 97 mobile, he is mobile now, so we're right to roll in this heat for fender benders, and it's over 8 laps. So Doug West has the pole position in car number 10. On the outside of him is car number 97, that's Brett Braddock. Behind Braddock goes in car number 80, and they're stopping him exactly in the same spot where he had trouble getting mobile last time. Of course, a very slow time. but he did complete it. And away we go with Doug West, the leader, in car number 10. I don't think these guys realise yet, but they're going to be in all sorts of trouble as they go around these bends, particularly as they go into turns 2 and 3. And Sanford now the leader in car number 15. West is second place in car number 10. He's followed by car 29, who's Roger Smith. In there with Roger Smith is car number 97, who had, oh, there he goes. Roger Smith in trouble in car number 29. Car 80, Michael Latch is up on the fence. 29 is all clear. That's Roger Smith. Kovacs has spun around in car number 49. So has Darrell Kennedy in car number 45. They clear themselves off the circuit now, and it's John Sanford in car number 15 doing it nicely. Into second place goes Brett Braddock in car number 97, followed by Doug West to third place in car number 10. Then comes Paul Rabbis in 5, Jacoby in car number 36. As car number 97, Brett Braddock fighting hard in his Cortina to catch up big flying forward, driven by John Sanford in car number 15. Doug West stays with him there in car number 10. In fourth place, Paul Rabbis in car number 5. He's followed by Jacoby in 36, who's starting to close the gap now. Brian Kennedy in all sorts of trouble in 5, as is Kovacs in 49. Sanford the leader, Braddock second, West third. Then comes Rabbis, Jacoby. Behind them comes then car 41, Les Watmore, followed by Van Meel in 21. Tony Head in 95. And here goes 29 in all sorts of trouble again, and that's Roger Smith. Sanford loses ground now as Brett Braddock sneaks through on the inside in car number 97 to take the lead. John Sanford to second place in car number 15 as Doug West tries to sneak through on the inside, but Sanford on the outside of Kennedy, who's being lapped in 45. Sanford in 15, the round goes Doug West in car number 10 as he's sideswiped by Kovacs in car number 45. The lead to Brett Braddock in car number 97, and they seem to be handling the circuit a bit better than the race drivers previous. It's Braddock, Sanford. In third place now, Jacoby in car number 36 as he waves to Brian. April waves to Brian and says to the outside. To the outside he goes and takes out third place now as he puts a lap on Brian Kennedy in car number 45. Rabbis to fourth place in car number 5, and then comes Kovacs in car number 49, but I think he's also a lap down. The whistle's gone, it's 2 to go. The lead still to Brett Braddock in car number 97. John Sanford starts to peg him down as Kovacs sits in turn number 3 on the concrete fence. I think they'll allow the race to continue with 2 to go. Roger Smith in car number 29 in all sorts of trouble as he spins himself out in turn number 4. Takes off, he's found a clear gap there in front of Doug West in car number 10. The white flag is up, Braddock leads, Sanford second, Jacoby third, as Roger Smith goes to the infield in car number 29 and Kovacs decides, I'll get this car started and away from this dangerous position. That's Brett Braddock in car number 97, Sanford in car number 15, Jacoby in 36 for first, second and third in this 8-lapper. And Brett Braddock in 97 has taken the checkered flag from Sanford in 15 and Jacoby in car number 36. A fine run there by Brett Braddock in car number 97. Sanford leading early in the race. Braddock got through as they caught up to the tail enders. Sanford wouldn't let him out of his sights but had to be content with second place, and third place to Brian Jacoby in car number 36. And that was an 8-lapper for Fender Bender's first event, and they did a fine job in that one in a time of 3:04.74, and that time goes to Brett Braddock in car number 97. Second round of heats coming up now for the Fender Benders, and we'll wait for them to come off the circuit, and we'll get underway with the next round of heats for Fender Benders, courtesy of Giles Radiators at Gordon Avenue in West Geelong. I think that's 75 on the outside there, Peter Walters in 75, and Ray Halesworth on the inside of him in car number 14. First round of heats almost completed. And this time it's Hetherington in car number 76 on the pole for heat number 2 for Fender Benders over 8 laps, courtesy of the Cryo service station, the Princess Highway in Cryo. 8-lapper for Fender Benders. Hetherington on the pole, this time in car number 76. On the outside of him, Robert Kennedy in car number 4. Flag down and they're into it straight away, and Hetherington gets away to a good lead there in car number 76 as they go into turn 1, and they're 1, 2, 3, 4 wide as they go into turn 1. Nobody backing off, and here comes Romeo. Oh, Darrell Shivers in trouble. He almost wipes out the Romeo car. He almost puts himself on his side too. He's back into it. The race will continue, and the bumper bar is caught under the Robert Kennedy car, car number 4. If he can back off a little bit and then have another bite at the cherry, he might be okay. They've put the red flag up, so we'll have a restart. The red flag goes up. There's debris on the circuit in turn number 3, so we have a restart. It'll be a complete restart. A complete restart. Hetherington had got away to a good lead, but they had a bit of trouble there as Romeo in 43 was going his way through. Daryl Shivers coming through, wiped the side out, lost his bumper bar. Bumper bar caught under the car of Robert Kennedy's and he pulled up in turn number 3, backed off it, but it was too late. The red flag had come up. Halesworth goes to the infield in car number 14. She looks like she's been bashed around a little bit, that Valiant there, car number 14. They're going to check out the Daryl Shivers car, see what else is hanging off it. If that panel's strong enough to stay, they'll leave it in. Looks like it might be okay. She's pretty solid on the right-hand side. They're happy with it. Well, he's got no pushing power now because he's lost his bumper bar. It's a complete restart. Hetherington the leader in this restart, on pole in car number 76. On the outside of him, I'm not sure who'll go into second place now. Service station, Princess Highway in Corio for your discount petrol, diesel, tyres, batteries and all your car accessories. Young Robert Letizia from the Corio service station in Geelong. Flag is down. It's a restart of this 8-lapper. Hetherington the leader in car number 76, didn't quite pull away as quick as Daryl Shivers. Shivers on the outside, but Hetherington's got the lean on him, gets around out of turn 1 and 2, and Shivers in trouble again as he almost loses in turn number 2. It's Peter Walters goes to second place now in car number 75, maybe a little bit too hard into the corner, but he gets away with it as car number 16 in all sorts of trouble as he puts himself around and straight into the path of Peter Romeo in car number 43. Romeo continues, but it looks like car 16, that's Ken Russell, stuck in turn number 3, and we need the push car out there to give him a bit of a push. He's trying to get out himself, but he won't be able to continue because the bonnet's sticking up in the air. Spun out all on his own down that bottom corner. Bonnet up, he's out. That's Russell, Ken Russell in car number 16 out. Halesworth out in car number 14, and poor old Peter Romeo in car number 43. He's been bashed and crashed in the 2 starts already, having all sorts of bother. So we have another restart with 5 cars left in it. We've got 3. No, Peter Romeo's not giving up. He continues. He goes out on the circuit. What they've got to do is push car 16 a little bit closer to the infield, I think, get him out of the way. Doesn't have to push him, he can get himself in. Right money and all, is it? No, you've got to give it to Wayne. He's got to go right, mate, otherwise he'll knock it out in the technicalities.
You need money.
Righto, another restart. We're going to try third time lucky. We have Halesworth sitting it out in the middle in car number 14. Ken Russell in car number 16, and we have Hetherington back on the pole in car number 79, having a good tussle there with Daryl Shivers in 79. Hetherington in car number 76. Shivers in a little bit of trouble today controlling his car there. He's lost it twice in between turns 1 and 2. Let's see what he can do this time around as they come round for a third time lucky. Hetherington, car number 76 on the pole. Daryl Shivers on the outside in car number 79. Behind him, Peter Walters in car number 76, and Robert Kennedy in car number 4 has gone back a position. I don't know how that works out. How come number 4 is not in his right spot? Oh, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter, yeah, it doesn't matter. That's where he went. Daryl Shivers gets away this time in car number 79 as he brings his car to the pole and cuts in front of Hetherington in car number 76. He's gone to that corner pretty quick. This time he gets around okay. The 2 previous starts he had trouble. This time he pulls away to a lead now in car number 79. Hetherington to second place in 76. Then comes Robert Kennedy in 4. Mike Hume in car number 72. Peter Walters in 75. and Romeo in car number 43. That's Peter Romeo in his Monaro, who's had all sorts of trouble today. But the lead and getting away to a good one now is Daryl Shivers in 79. Hetherington falls back a little bit there in car number 76. Third place still to Robert Kennedy in car number 4, with Mike Hume trying to sneak through on the inside in 72. Peter Walter sits behind him in car number 79, and then Peter Romeo in car number 43 brings up the rear of the field. But Daryl Shivers seems to have that extra little bit of power on the car driven by Hetherington in car number 76. Holds a nice lead. Car 79, Daryl Shivers leads Hetherington in 76. Third place to Robert Kennedy in car number 4, followed by Mike Hume in car number 72. And Hume goes towards the concrete in car 72. He allows Peter Walters to sneak through on the inside in car number 75. Hume in all sorts of trouble, but gets it under control, but too late. And Daryl Shivers puts himself around as he come out of turn number 2. Creates a big dust storm down the bottom, back onto the circuit. The other drivers brake, not knowing what's coming down that circuit, as Peter Walters now goes into third place in car number 75. Second place to Shivers in car number 79. Third to Peter Walters in car number 75. Then comes Robert Kennedy in 4, Mike Hume in 72, Peter Romeo in 43. The lead now to Hetherington by just over a quarter of a lap in car number 76. No, well, a bit more than a quarter, almost half a lap. Hetherington the leader in 76. Daryl Shivers second in car number 79. Then comes Peter Walters in car 75, followed by Robert Kennedy in 4, Mike Hume in 72, and Peter Romeo in car number 43. It's Hetherington doing it nicely. Car number 76. Second place still to Daryl Shivers in 79. I think he may be closing the gap a little bit with 2 to go. Third place to Peter Walters in car number 75, followed by Robert Kennedy in car number 4. Mike Hume next in 72. And then comes Peter Romeo in car number 43. And they'll be coming around now for the white flag, and 1 lap to go. Hetherington the leader in car number 76. Second place to Daryl Shivers in car number 79. And Shivers starting to close the gap, but it's too late. Hetherington in trouble. The motor's sick. He's almost run out of powers, and I think Daryl Shivers will peg him down in car number 79. The Hetherington car running out of revs. Daryl Shivers in second place. Hetherington in first in 76. He's got enough revs left in it maybe to take the checkered flag as Daryl Shivers pulls up right behind him as they come around now for the checkered. He's going the outside run, and I think he'll do it. He's got the extra power, and he does it by a car's length. Daryl Shivers, 79, first over the line. Daryl Shivers, first over the line in car number 79. Second over the line, Hetherington, just with enough revs to keep going in car number 76. And car 75, Peter Walters, third over that one in this 8 lap on a time of 2:59.52. 2:59.52, and that goes to Shivers in car number 79 after his second or third attempt of a restart. Took the lead, was leading for most of the race, spun it in turn number 2, lost a quarter of a lap, but gained it when Hetherington in car number 76 began to lose a lot of power. So that was bad luck for Hetherington, but Philip Hetherington in 40 and Gavin McKenzie waiting for a push out there in car number 22. 6-lapper, courtesy DY Auto Wreckers, engine specialist, 13 Ellsworth Street in Ballarat. This 6-lapper for Super Saloon. The first winner, in the first heat, the winner was Gavin McKenzie in 22. Philip Hetherington was second in car number 40 and Gay Morrow third in 64. And we have John Carnillowitz out there this time in car number 23. Right, the Mackenzie car's been pushed. They're all ready to line up now, and it's Gay Morrow in 64, John Carnillowitz 23, Gavin McKenzie 22, and Philip Hetherington in car number 40. Right, this is a 6-lapper for Super Saloons, courtesy of DY Auto Wreckers, Ellsworth Street in Ballarat. And it looks like Gay Morrow may have drawn pole again in car number 64. I'm not sure. Well, looks like Gavin McKenzie goes in a second place on the outside in car number 22. He's sitting on the outside. Carnilowicz behind Morrow in car number 23. And then comes Philip Hetherington in car number 40. Green flag goes up. McKenzie goes outside front again, so in with a good chance to take out 2 starts, 2 wins. 64, Gay Morrow on the outside, Gavin McKenzie behind Morrow, Carnilowicz in 23, Hetherington in car number 40. The green flag goes up. They're starting to bunch up. They will drop. The race will go. Yes, it's up. Gavin McKenzie puts the foot down into turn number 1 and takes a good lead. Gavin McKenzie, car number 22. Carnilowicz second, stays with him in 23. Gay Morrow for third in 64, and Hetherington goes on the outside of Gay Morrow. It's Gavin McKenzie doing it nicely out there in car number 22. Gavin McKenzie, then Carnilowicz, third place in all sorts of trouble, hits the moisture. Hetherington in car number 40. Gay Morrow on the outside, but falls back to 4th place in car number 64. Car 22, Gavin McKenzie, pulls away now from Carnilowicz in car number 23. Third place to Hetherington in car number 40. McKenzie doing it nicely. Hetherington third. Gay Morrow brings up the rear in car number 64. But Gavin McKenzie doing it nicely out there in car number 22. Gavin McKenzie leads. In second place, Carnilowicz in 23. Out on his own, the whole circuit to use. McKenzie from Redline, car number 22, doing it nicely. He starts to peg down Gay Morrow in 64. Philip Hetherington in all sorts of trouble again in car number 40. 2 to go. Gavin McKenzie nicely in car 22. Carnilowicz stays within eye shot of him, I think. That's all he's going to see to him as he comes out of turn 2. He'll see Gavin McKenzie going into turn number 3. Catches up to the tail end as he's not wasting time. Goes the outside. He gets cut off now by Hetherington in car number 40. He had to back off. It's cost him time, but McKenzie doing it nicely. He's got half a lap to go for the race for 2 starts, 2 wins. Gavin McKenzie, car number 22. Second place, Carnilowicz in car number 23. There's a tussle between Hetherington and Morrow in car number 64 and car number 40, but McKenzie doing it nicely once again in car number 22. Got held up there with about a lap to go as he caught up to the tail enders. Gavin McKenzie first over the line in car number 22. John Carnilowicz second in car number 23, and third to Hetherington in car number 40 in a time of 1:45.19. 1:45.19, about 1 second outside the 6-lap record. And had he have not been caught up behind the Hetherington car and the Gay Morrow car as he is about to lap them to come around with the checkered flag, he is 1 second outside the lap record. .32 of a second, 0.32 of a second outside that 6-lap record, Gavin, so you'll have to try again next time out. And he just missed. If he hadn't got caught behind car number 40, he would have broken that record, so you'll have to try next time out. Now requiring a bit of a push. Looks like John Carnilowicz is going to give him a bit of a nudge there. He's pulling up behind him now. Yes, he requires a push. Well done, John. Thank you. Righto, mini modifieds out now for their second round of heats. Not sure who's going to the outside. It may be Ross Ballard in car. No, it's not. It's a Stephen Young car, car number 27. 17 on the inside of him is Ross Ballard. Hetherington in 76 and Ladner in car number 69. Thanks, mate. Right on pole position this time, it's Ross Ballard in car number 17. Behind him, Hetherington in car number 76. Clark on the outside in 42. Stephen Young in 27. Ladner in car number 69 as they come around for the green flag. We get a start this time. Yes, it's an 8-lapper. Courtesy of Love and Pendergast, the engine specialist in Geelong, 12 Separation Street. and Clark has flown away to a good lead in car number 42, and keeping him in sights we have Hetherington in car number 76. Then in third place Ross Ballard in car number 17. He's followed by Steve Young in car number 27, and Ladner bring up the rear of the field there in car number 69. It's car 42, Russell Clark from Nyora, doing it nicely at this stage, but Hetherington won't allow him to get away in car number 76, and the small red machine seems to be screaming. Russell Clark, Rodney Hetherington, Ross Ballard. Then comes Steve Young in 27, Ladner in car number 69, but it's Clark doing it nicely in car 42. Hetherington in car number 76 running in second place, staying within striking range. They've pulled away from third place, get a Ross Ballard in car number 17. They'll be catching up to the tail enders in Steve Young and Ladner in 69, Steve Young in 27. And the leader is Russell Clark in car 42 as he sits on the tail. He's about to lap the two tail enders. On the outside he goes and does it nicely going into turn one. He puts a bit of safety margin between he and second place. Get a Rodney Hetherington in car number 76. He's not wasting time. He goes on the outside, but it's cost him a bit of ground. That's Russell Clark 42, Rodney Hetherington 76, and Steve Young in car number 27 puts himself around in turn number 3. Ross Ballard runs third in car number 17 as he comes around underneath the judge's box. He's half a lap behind the leader, and that's Russell Clark in car number 42. Rodney Hetherington loses ground in car number 76. Third place is Ross Ballard in 17 with 2 to go. Russell Clark doing it nicely out in front in car number 42. Second still Hetherington in car number 76, and Ballard for third in car number 17. In fourth place would be Ladner in car number 69, and then Steve Young in car number 27. The white flag up for Russell Clark in 42. Hetherington in 76 running for second. And third place is the white 17 just coming underneath the box now, and the rest Ross Ballard in 17. Russell Clark doing it nicely as he takes the checkered flag, and a good run in this 8-lapper. Russell Clark first over the line. Rodney Hetherington second in car number 76. And third place will go to Ross Ballard in car number 17. First over the line, Russell Clark, 42. Second over the line, Rodney Hetherington in car number 76. Ross Ballard for third in car number 17. And we're just waiting for the time now. And it's a time of 2:24.76. 2:24.76, and that goes, of course, to Russell Clark in car number 42. We're just going to check it. It was a pretty quick time. He went rather quick in that one. It was an 8-lapper. The record is 2:21, so he's about 3 seconds outside that 8-lap record, but a good run, and congratulations to Russell Clark in car number 42. Second was Hetherington. What are you doing, Wayne? Putting water? They're closing the ranks. They're going to have to get off that pole position as they go into turn number 1, and they're going to be in all sorts of trouble. 30 goes into the lead. David Glenn from Avalon in car number 30 does it nicely, but he sweeps towards the fence as he hits that moisture. So car 9 slides in underneath, and that's David Savell in car number 9. But look at Dean Weston on the outside go, car number 44. Dean Weston from Avalon in car number 44 does it nicely. Almost too nicely, but he gets it back under control. Now he has to pick up power as David Brewhout from Geelong goes the outside. They go into turn 1, they slip out of that greasy patch up towards the fence. It's Brewhout the leader, Weston second, Little Hales third. Then comes car number 30, that's driven by David Glenn. On the outside of him, Ladner in car number 43. As David Glenn, Weston goes up high towards the fence. David Brewhout doing it nicely from Danny Littlehales, running second in car number 73. They've found the line now. Car 43, Ladner runs in third place from Dean Weston, running fourth in 44. Littlehales in 73 gets himself in all sorts of trouble, but under control. David Brewhout has found the line, and look at this boy go out in front, car number 26. Ladner decides the pole's a good position in turn number 3. They know turn number 1 slippery, so they stay to the outside in the circuit in good condition. David Brewhout from Geelong, can Ladner peg him down in car number 43? Has to brake as he almost loses control coming out of turn 2. It's David Brewhout from Geelong, 26, doing it nicely. Ladner starts to close the gap in car number 43. Linda Dean in all sorts of trouble in car number 18 as she sits on that moisture in turn number 1. Brewhout still holds the lead in car number 26. In second place, it's Ladner in car number 43. Should be able to take him as they come out of turn number 4. He's on the inside, on the outside. He'll have to give way. He's keeping David Brew out towards the fence. He goes around nicely and Ladner takes the lead. In second place now, David Brew out in car number 26. Third to Little Hales in car number 73. Then comes Dean Weston in car number 44, but Ladner's found the right line this time in 43. 2 to go and Ladner the leader. David Brew out second in car number 26. Third place to Little Hales in car number 73 as Dean Weston is trying everything to try to take him on the outside. Ladner in car number 43 leads David Brew out from Geelong in car number 26 as they come around for the white flag. The white is up. Ladner the leader. Second place David Brew out. Third place at the moment to Danny Littlehales in car number 73. But Ladner's going to do it easily in car number 43. All he's got to do is keep it in a straight line. Second place to David Brew out in car number 26. And third place should go to Danny Littlehales in car number 73 for first, second and third over the line in this 8-lapper, courtesy of O'Reilly's. Oh, Dean Weston in 44 went so well early on the race. Standard wheels, standard tyres in this Tirana, and by gee, he gets that thing going. That's from Avalon. Dean Weston in 44. But a fine win to Ladner in car number 43, first over the line. Second over the line, David Brew out from Geelong in car number 26. And for mine, Danny Littlehales third in car number 73. Getting the time, 2:51.15. 2:51.15 that time. And that goes to Ladner in car number 43. This Tirana of Dean Weston's from Avalon 44, a simple, straightforward looking car, but boy gee, it's got some power underneath the bonnet. Van Meel in with a good chance on this one, has pole position in car number 21. On the outside of him it's Kovacs in car number 49, and that Flying Cortina driven the car 79. In trouble, it's car number 97, sorry, Brett Braddock car. Stopped down that bottom corner, so green flag did not go. John Van Meel, car number 21, brings them around at a nice steady pace as we're waiting for Brett Braddock in car number 97 to close the gap. We should get a green flag next time around. It's Kovacs on the outside in car number 49. Behind him, Brian Kennedy in car number 49. 45 on the inside of him is car 95, Tony Head. Behind Tony Head in 72 is Mick Hume. On the outside of him, it's Paul Rabbis in car number 5. Behind Rabbis in car 41 is Wayne Farquhar. On the inside of him is Darryl Shivers in car number 79. And Brett Braddock brings up the rear in car number 97 as we have a drop of the flag, and Van Meel straight to the lead into turn 1 in car 21. Second place to Tony Head in car number 95 as they hit that wet patch and all slide towards the concrete. Third place at the moment to Gavin Kovacs in car number 49, but he's in all sorts of trouble. Third place to Mick Hume in car 72, and here comes Darryl Shivers in car 79, followed by Paul Rabbis in car 5. Right behind him, Brett Braddock in car number 97, but Van Meel in that neat-looking Tirana doing it nicely out in front at this stage in car number 21. Tony Head runs second in car number 95, followed by Mick Hume and his valiant car number 72. Then the flying forward of Darryl Shivers in car 79, followed by the HR driven by Paul Rabbis in car number 5. But Van Meel doing it nicely out in front there in car 21. Trying to peg him down there in car 95 is Tony Head, followed by Mick Hume in 72, Darryl Shivers in car number 79, and Brett Braddock in 97 in all sorts of trouble as he's spun between turn 3 and 4. It's Van Meel doing it nicely as he pulls away a little bit of breathing space from second place. Get a Tony Head in 95. Mick Hume falling back, as is Darryl Shivers in car number 79, and Paul Rabbis in 5. The leader, Van Meel, starts to pull away now from Tony Head in car number 95. Mick Hume in third place in car number 72 as the minor placings come out of turn number 4. But Van Meel doing it nicely in car number 21. Tony Head second in car number 95 as they come out of turn number 4 and have just completed another lap. It's Van Meel in 21. Tony Head almost loses out of turn number 4, and we have a change of place now. We're almost a change. Daryl Shivers on the outside in 79 of Mick Hume in car number 72. So 79 now goes to third place. Mick Hume back to fourth in 72, and then comes Paul Rabbis in car number 5. They're followed by Brian Kennedy in car number 45, and the leader comes underneath the box and doing it nicely, John Van Meel in 21. Head in car number 95, running in second place, followed by Daryl Shivers in 79, then Mick Hume in 72. And making a move now is Brett Braddock in car number 97 as he goes on the outside of Brian Kennedy in car number 45. He started rear and he's running in about 7th place now. He lost ground when he spun out earlier on. 2 laps to go on Van Meel doing it nicely in 21 as he catches up to a tail ender in Kovacs in car number 49. That's Gavin Kovacs. Second place, Tony Head starting to fall back a little bit there in car number 95, and he's followed by Daryl Shivers in car number 79. The lead still to Van Meel in car 21 as he comes around for the white flag, and 1 lap to go as he goes on the outside of Gavin Kovacs in 49. Van Meel the leader, Tony Head second. Third place to Daryl Shivers in car number 79, followed by Mike Hume in car 72. Then comes Paul Rabbis in car number 5, and behind them Brett Braddock in car number 97, Daryl Kennedy in car number 45. Behind Kennedy in 45 we have Wayne Farquhar in car 41, but the checkered flag goes to Van Meel in car number 21. John Van Meel in 21, first over the line. Second over the line, Tony Head in car number 95. And third place maybe just might have gone to Mick Hume. I had the eyes off as they come underneath the judges' box. It will be Daryl Shivers in car number 79 for third place, and the minor placings go to Brian Kennedy in 45, in 41 Wayne Farquhar, and in car number 97 Brett Braddock in a time of 3:01.84. 3:01.84, and that is credited to John Van Meel, who drove a fine clean race in car number 21, first over the line. Tony Head second in car number 95, and Daryl Shivers third in car number 79. Now the round of fender benders to go. Down, fellas, says the steward. Dougie West was ready to sneak his way through, but realised the flag had not been dropped, and we have a... And Peter Walters has put the foot down and refuses to back off as he takes the lead as they come out of turn 4 and down the front straight. It's Peter Walters. Then Ray Halesworth in 14, and Jacoby stays the outside in 36 to second. Now he's got a chance to sneak through on the inside of Peter Walters. Is up a little bit high, but he closes the gap on Jacoby and holds the lead as they go down the back chute into turn 3. It's Peter Walters 75, Jacoby 36, then Ray Halesworth in car number 14 as he gets shunted there by car number 29, Roger Smith, and John Sanford also having all sorts of trouble as Roger Smith gets into trouble, and Jacoby's about to take the lead. He forces Waters up in turn number 2, sneaks underneath, and have a look at this boy go. Brian Jacoby, car number 36, has taken the lead. I think now it's a third lap. Brian Jacoby, Peter Walters, then comes Ray Halesworth, followed by Roger Smith in car 29. John Sanford in 15, then comes Robert Kennedy in car number 4, but the lead to Jacoby. Brian Jacoby in car number 36, he leads Peter Walters in car number 75. Third place to Ray Halesworth in car number 14, followed by Roger Smith in 29 as they catch up to the tail ender in Ken Russell. That's Jacoby. Peter Walters won't allow him to get away. He's going to try an outside move, but he's going to lose ground by going up so high as he goes into turn number 2. Down the back straight they go, and Jacoby, I think, may have an edge there on Peter Walters in 75. Jacoby the leader in car number 36. Peter Walters still runs second in car number 75. Third place goes to Ray Halesworth at this stage in 14 as he holds at bay. Roger Smith in 29 and John Sanford in car number 15, and they're followed by Robert Kennedy in car number 4. A lap down is Ken Russell in 16, then comes Dougie West in car number 10 as Halesworth puts a bit of breathing space between he and Roger Smith in 29 with 2 to go. Brian Jacoby 36, Peter Walters 75, and then Ray Halesworth in car number 14 for third place. Then comes Roger Smith in car number 29, followed by John Sanford in car number 15 as we have a tussle as they go out of turn number 2. The white flag will go up for Brian Jacoby in car number 36. Walters in trouble, loses more ground in 75. Halesworth still in third place in car number 14. Then comes Roger Smith in car number 29, followed by John Sanford in car 15. And they're followed by Robert Kennedy in car number 4, Dougie West in car 10. And bringing up the rear of the field is Ken Russell in 16. The checkered flag, good drive, Jacoby, 36 first. Peter Walters second in car number 75. And third place will go to Ray Halesworth in 14. But a fine win to Brian Jacoby in car number 36 in that eight lapper, which was sponsored by David Kelly, the Auto Electrics from 9 Dowsett Street in South Geelong. For all your top electrical work to be done on your cars, call in and see David Kelly, Auto Electrics at 9 Dowsett Street. They put on that event for the fender benders. Just waiting for the time to come, 2:50.50. 2:50.50. And that was an eight lapper to Brian Jacoby in car 36 first over the line. Second over the line was Peter Walters in car number 75, and third Ray Halesworth in car number 14. like they are. One more round and away we go with event number 11 for Super Saloons, over 6 laps on poles. This time we have car number 40, Philip Hetherington, and he has another car for sale. It's a hatchback Tirana. If you're interested in purchasing a Speedway car, you can contact Philip in the pits after the race meeting. Now, please don't go down during the race meeting, but after the race meeting, he has got a hatchback Tirana for sale. That's Philip Hetherington in car number 40, and I guess his sponsors would be very, very proud of the appearance of his car here today and the way it's been handling for its first time out. On the outside is Gavin McKenzie in 22. That's David Ricketts in car number 23 and Gay Morrow in car number 64. 6 laps for the Super Saloons, sponsored by Affordable Tyres, who specialise in quality second-hand tyres, fitting wheel alignments, balancing brake and front-end work, and they're at the corner of Yarra and Fine Street in South Geelong. Affordable Tyres for these guys out here. They are putting on the race for the Super Saloons, over 6 laps. The green flag is up. Hetherington on pole, McKenzie outside. Don't think we'll get a record this time. Too wet, but who knows? David Ricketts in 18, Gay Morrow in 64. The flag is up. The action begins. Gavin McKenzie just doesn't muck around. He puts the foot down. He takes the high line because there's not as much moisture out there. Gavin McKenzie in car number 22 almost loses out of turn number 2. David Ricketts goes to second place in car number 23, followed by Philip Hetherington in car number 40. Times will be slower, but Gavin McKenzie doesn't slow up that much in car number 22. Dave Ricketts, car number 23, running second, followed by Philip Hetherington in car number 40. Then comes Gay Morrow in car number 64. They got the worst of the deal this time as they come out after the interval break and a lot of moisture on the circuit. Gavin McKenzie, car number 22, still out in front, or well out in front. In second place, David Ricketts in car number 23, followed by Philip Hetherington in car 40. Then comes Gay Morrow in 64, who may be lapped in this 6th lapper because here comes that flying Commodore driven by McKenzie. Car number 22, he loses a lot of time in turn number 3. Gavin McKenzie, 22. David Ricketts, car number 23 for second, for third place Hetherington in car number 40. Already being lapped, Gay Morrow in car number 64. Then David Ricketts for second in car number 23 as Philip Hetherington puts himself around in turn number 3. McKenzie takes him on the outside, so that puts third place getter a lap down. It's Gavin McKenzie, car number 22, doing it nicely out there on his own. In second place, Ricketts in car number 23, followed by Gavin McKenzie coming around for the white flag and 1 to go. Second place, David Ricketts in 23. Third place to Hetherington in car number 40 as the white flag has gone up for that ever-flying Commodore driver, McKenzie, car 22. Second place to David Ricketts in car number 23, and third place will go to Hetherington in car number 40. Gay Morrow brings up the rear of the field in car number 64. Still very wet out there. McKenzie, car number 22. Has to do better than 144. Don't think he'll do it this time. Second place to David Ricketts in car number 23. But first over the line, McKenzie in 22. Ricketts in car number 23. And third place to Philip Hetherington in car number 40 in a time of 154. So reasonably slow time, 154, nowhere near the record that time, but that's quite understandable, the fact that they're running on a very, very wet circuit. First over the line, McKenzie in a time of 154.14. Second was David Ricketts in car number 18, and third Hetherington in car number 40. And next event coming out in the program now should be the mini modifieds, and they're also over 8 laps. Don't forget, next Saturday night at Bendigo International Raceway, starting at 4 o'clock. We have been cut to 6 laps, this one. Ladner goes to the front in car number 69, but have a look at this boy, Russell Clark, on the outside immediately to lead in car number 42. Hetherington's been held up in car number 76. Ladner to second in car 49. On the outside, oh, around goes Steve Young, I think it is, in car number 27. So Ross Ballard to second, Ladner to third in car number 69, then comes Hetherington in car number 76, and I don't think that's Ladner Jr. at the moment in car number 69, because it seems to be going a lot quicker than it did in the previous two heats. But Russell Clark has flown away to a big lead. He looks over his left shoulder around that corner and says, well, it is time for me to slow down a little bit. Ladner getting quicker and quicker in car number 69, so he's doing a fine job. He's learning rather quickly. It's Russell Clark, car number 42, about to catch up to Steve Young and lap him in car number 27. Second place to Rodney Hetherington in car number 76, followed by third place getter Ross Ballard in car number 17. And then comes car number 69, which is Ladner Jr. He's followed then by Steve Young in car number 27. But here's the leader underneath the box with 2 to go, as Steve Young has spun out in turn number 3 as he pulls up towards the concrete to get out of the way of the oncoming traffic. The leader, 42, Clark. Second, Hetherington, 76. Third, Ballard in car number 17. Then comes Len Ladner Jr. in car number 69. The white flag up for Russell Clark in car number 42. In second place, Hetherington, back by half a lap in car number 76. Actually, it's a bit more than half a lap. Car 42 for the checkered flag, half a lap ahead of second place getter Hetherington, and a fine run there by Russell Clark in 42. Russell Clark has done it again. 3 starts, 3 wins. Car number 42, Russell Clark. Hetherington second in car number 76. And Ross Ballard third in car number 17. I guess this might be a reasonably quick time for the mini modified 6-lapper. 1:52.07. 1:52.07. I thought it would have been a bit quicker than that actually, because he seemed to be going rather fast, but that's the time, 1:52.07. And the Super Saloon, Gavin McKenzie, had a 1:54 the previous race over the same amount of laps. So the big V8s, you reckon they're flying. Have a look at the times of these little 4s. 1:52.07, better by 2 seconds. So well done to Russell Clark in car number 42. Second over the line, car number 76, Rodney Hetherington. And third over the line, Ross Ballard in car number 17. 1:43 is the record for mini modifieds over 6 laps, so he's well behind that one. He was going rather quick though, Clark, in car number 42, so he's having a fine day. And that of course is Linda Dean, who's out there now in car number 18. 1 lap round, they say, as it's Carol Grist driving 20 this time. Ladner on the outside in 43, Little Hales in 73. David Savell in car number 9. Behind Savell we have Brewhout in car number 26. On the inside of Brewhout we have Robbie Stevenson in car number 42. Behind him in 30 is David Glenn. On the outside of him, Dean Weston in 44. And bringing up the rear of the field is Linda Dean from Geelong in car number 18. Carol Grist brings them around. Lenny Ladner sitting back a little bit in car number 43 as he starts to close the gap now. That also brings up David Savell in car number 9 as the green flag goes up. Savell sitting a car's length behind, losing valuable ground. He's holding at bay David Brewhout, but the flag has gone and the race is on its way. Ladner has taken the lead in car number 43. Carol Grist running second in car number 20. On the outside comes Robbie Stevenson in 42 as Little Hales goes to the inside in car number 73. He finds the opening and back on the circuit, but Carol Grist up high. This will allow Robertson to come through, Stevenson rather, to come through on the inside in car number 42. Brewhout going for third place in car number 26. Grist on the outside, allowing the faster cars to come through on the inside. She can't bring the car down to the pole and it's costing a valuable placing. Bringing up the rear of the field is Linda Dean, who's about to be passed by Len Ladner in car number 43. He looked for the outside opening, not sure where Linda Dean was going to go, but he's found the hole and away he goes to a good lead. Ladner in 43, Robbie Stevenson runs second in car number 42. Then comes David Brewhout from Geelong in car number 26, followed by Danny Littlehales in 73. Carol Grist in car number 20 is about to be taken on the inside by Dean Weston in car number 44. They're followed in by David Glenn in car number 30. David Savell in car number 9 brings up the rear of the field at this stage, but have a look at this boy out in front. Ladner in car number 43 doing it nicely. He must have been off the pace a fortnight ago when they were in the Australian titles, because he sure didn't drive like this. Second place still to Robbie Stevenson in car number 42. Third to David Brewhout from Geelong in car number 26. As third, he looks like he's losing power. And that's David Glynn from Avalon in car number 30. It looks like he's blowing it. I said he was losing power, and all of a sudden the motor is blowing on car number 30. Ladner leads by a quarter of a lap in car number 43 from Robbie Stevenson, running second in car number 42. About the same gap back to third place. We had David Brew out from Geelong in car number 26. Then comes Danny Littlehales in car 73 with 2 laps to go. Ladner underneath the box, second place getter going into turn 1. There's Robbie Stevenson. Then comes David Brew out in car number 26. As we have Linda Dean in car number 18, hugs that concrete fence and leaves the gap open for the leader to take the white flag. Lenny Ladner in car number 43, and by GZ driving like a man possessed today. Ladner in car number 43 for first. Robbie Stevenson runs second in car number 42 as he goes in between Savell in 9 and Dean in car number 18. The checkered flag for a fine win for Ladner in car number 43. Robbie Stevenson almost a half a lap back now for second place in car number 42, and David Brew out from Geelong will take out third in car number 26. Then comes Littlehales, followed by a lap down Linda Dean. Then comes Carol Grist in 20. Dean Weston in car number 44, but that was a fine run by Ladner in car number 43. Led from start to finish and did it nice and easily out there, all on his own. 43 first over the line, Len Ladner. Second was Robbie Stevenson in car number 42. And third was car number 26, David Brewhout, waiting for a time of 2:32.05. 2:32.05 for Ladner in car number 43. Just having a look back to see what their other times. Their first race was very, very slow. That was owing to the condition of the track. That was 3:29. And then they did a 2:51. And that was won by Ladner. This time a 2:32. So that's a reasonably quick time for Ladner. Not sure how far he'd be off the record for that 8 lapper, but he was going right about 4 seconds off the lap record. Side of him it's Roger Smith in 29. Behind Smith in 29 is Michael Latch in 80. On the inside of him, Paul Rabbis in 5. Jacoby behind him in 36. On the outside, Tony Head in 95. Behind Tony Head is Brett Braddock in car number 97. On the inside of him, Van Meel in 21. And the green flag is down. We won't get the rest of the field out. Roger Smith goes to lead into turn number 1 in car number 29. Doug West for second, not for long, because here comes that flying Ultra Tune Valiant, driven by Brian Jacoby. On the outside, he backs in behind the driver of car number 29, Roger Smith. Roger Smith in the Falcon, Jacoby in a Valiant. Away goes Jacoby on the outside. Taking the lead as they're sorting themselves out for the minor placings. Car 29 is Roger Smith for second, Doug West for third in car number 10. Then comes John Van Meel in car 21, and here he comes, Brett Braddock in car number 97. In pursuit of him, we have Paul Rabbis in car number 5, Tony Head in 95. He nudges him, he spins out, just clips the concrete fence in turn number 4. If he can hit the starter and start it, he just hit it. Smoke comes out of the exhaust. He's mobile. He'll get out of the way of that coming fast driver down that front chute there, and that's Jacoby in car number 36. Tony Head heads for the infield. Jacoby's taken a nice lead in car number 36. In second place, it's car number 29, Roger Smith. He's followed by Van Meel as they come flying out of turn 4 on the front straight. It's still car number 29 running in second place. That's Roger Smith. On the outside of him, here he comes, John Van Meel in car number 21. Then comes Dougie West in car 10, followed by Brett Braddock in car number 97. In all sorts of trouble there, Roger Smith. He's in trouble, he's back in trouble. He gets Dougie West, he gets Braddock, Crasho, Basho, and he's got a flat right-hand rear tyre, and I don't think he realises that, but he'll find that out in a minute, as Brett Braddock creates a smoke screen as he hits the dry dust on the infield. 29 now goes into the infield. Brett Braddock spins out in turn number 1. He goes to the infield. He'll be looking for the opening as he creates havoc down there in turn number 1 with that cloud of dust that he's just brought up. The lead still to Jacoby, and around goes Braddock in car number 97 into all sorts of trouble as he pulls up behind car number 29. I think he's going to have a few words to say to him. He deliberately spun his car out and headed that way, and the officials picked it up rather quickly. A white flag coming up for Brian Jacoby in car number 36. Second place, Van Meel in car number 21. Third place to Dougie West in car number 10. Then comes John Sanford in car number 15. Jacoby for the white flag, car number 36. Second place, Van Meel in car number 21. And Doug West a half a lap back in car number 10, followed by John Sanford in car number 15. Brian Jacoby, the leader, car number 36, and Van Meel, I think, maybe pegging him down there in car number 21. It'll be too late because they're coming around now for the checkered flag, and a fine win for Brian Jacoby in car number 36. Second place, Van Meel in car number 21. And third place will be between Doug West in car number 10 and John Sanford in car number 15. And Doug West with a better run will take it in car number 10. So Doug West has taken it for third place in car number 10. First over the line, the ultra-tuned Valiant, Brian Jacoby, car number 36. Van Meel second in car number 21. Doug West third in car number 10 in a time of 2:36.13. 2:36.13, so they're not that far behind the time of the A modified production. Ladner, who won an 8-lapper in the last event of 2:32, only 4 seconds out, and that's by Brian Jacoby in car number 36. We'll have a look on the record there if you could. He's pretty close to an 8-lap record, I would think, in car number 36. We've been given the wrong time. That's why I thought he's a little bit too quick to be up with the production saloons. It's 2:52. Heat 3, whether it's Les Watmore or Wayne Farquhar. We'll have a look because Wayne Farquhar is in white overalls, and we'll just see. We'll try and pick out who it is as they take off into turn number 1. As Peter Walsh has taken the lead, it's Les Watmore in car number 41. This time it's Les Watmore, and the lead goes to Peter Waters in car number 75. Darryl Shivers back to second in car number 79, followed by Ray Halesworth in car 14. Then comes Mick Hume in car number 72, followed by Robert Kennedy in car number 4. Then coming through is Les Watmore in car 41 on Gavin Kovacs in 49. And bringing up the rear of the field is Ken Russell in car number 16. But a nice lead at the moment to Peter Walters in car number 75. He leads that flying forward, driven by Darryl Shivers in car number 79. And sitting right on his tail on the Valiant, we have Ray Halesworth in car 14 trying the outside run, but I think he's a little bit too late. The Darryl Shivers car seems to be ticking under the bonnet a little bit. He may be in a little bit of trouble with his engine blowing a lot of smoke as he goes into turn 1 and 2. But it can't be that bad because he pulls away now from Ray Halesworth in car number 14. But it's Peter Walter still leads in car number 75. He leads Darryl Shivers in car number 79. Then comes Halesworth in 14, followed by Mick Hume in car 72. He's followed by Robert Kennedy in car number 4, Les Watmore in car number 41, and Kim Kovacs in 49, and bringing up the rear of the field, Ken Russell in car number 16. But the lead to Peter Waters in car number 79 as he pulls further away from second place, get a Darryl Shivers in 79. In third place, still Ray Halesworth in car number 14, followed by Mick Hume in 72, and then Robert Kennedy in car 4. He's followed by Les Watmore in car number 41. Then comes Gavin Kovacs in car number 49, and car 16, Ken Russell, being lapped by first, second and third place getters. And here's first, coming towards the judges' box, Peter Waters, 75. Darryl Shivers, 79. Ray Halesworth in 14. A lap down is car number 21, car number 16 rather, Ken Russell. On the outside of Ken Russell goes Kim Hughes in 72, and also Robert Kennedy in car number 4. And this is an 8-lap last round of heats for these guys, and 75 doing it nicely. That's Peter Waters with 2 to go. He's in trouble as he gets high on the fence, and the gap is closed a little bit by Darryl Shivers rather in car number 79. Third place has fallen back a little bit, and that's Ray Halesworth in car number 14. But first, second and third are pretty safe. Peter Waters coming around now for the white flag, and 1 lap to go. Looks like the accelerator stuck on the Kovacs car number 49, so he pulls to the infield. It's Peter Waters in 75, Darryl Shivers in 79, and then comes Halesworth in car number 14. There's Lessor just on half a lap to go, and it's Peter Waters in car number 75. Darryl Shivers in 79, Waters up high, Shivers in trouble. Shivers has spun it in car number 79, but he's got enough sense to bring himself back on the circuit and take out second place. 75, Peter Waters. 79, Darryl Shivers. And then it was car number 14, Ray Halesworth, for third place, and a fine run by Peter Waters in car number 75 in a time of 2:51. 2:51.97. 2:51.97. And that, of course, is credit to car number 75 driver Peter Waters. Okay, now they'll be lining the cars up for the finals. Finals will be starting with super saloons, mini mods, production saloons and fender benders. And then I believe we've got a ladies race on and an extra race for modified production. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 7 more races to go. And that should just about see us out round about the 5 o'clock mark. So it'll be a nice early finish. 26. Russell Clark sits on the outside. They're not marking around. The flag drops. And here comes Clark on the outside. Hetherington gets away to a good start in car number 76. Ross Ballard for second in 17. Then comes Russell Clark in car number 42, followed by Ladner in 69. And then Steve Young in car number 27, but Hetherington doing it nicely. It's over 8 laps. Can he hold it by the guy that's been flying today, Clark in 42. Ross Ballard for second at the moment in car number 17. Not much longer as Clark goes the outside. Hetherington can't pull away at this stage from Russell Clark in car number 42. Ballard falls back to third in car number 17. Hetherington still leads in car number 76. He's trying everything he can to keep that car in front, but Russell Clark has more power. Sits on his tail now. There he's seen the opening. Hetherington moves over and lets him through. Russell Clark in 2 laps has taken the lead. Hetherington back to second now in 76. Then comes Ross Ballard in car number 17. Clark is now in front. He lifts his visor up and says, I don't need this anymore. I've got past everybody. And he's taken a nice lead in car number 42. Russell Clark first. Hetherington second in car number 76, followed by Ross Ballard in car number 17. Then comes Ladner in car 69, followed by Steve Young in car number 27. And the race continues with Russell Clark starting to pull away now in car number 42. Hetherington loses a bit of ground as he goes up high out of turn 2 in car number 76. Then it's Ross Ballard in car number 17 for third place as first, second and third are evenly spaced. The leader about to catch up to the tail enders, and that's Ladner in 69 and Steve Young in car number 27. He won't muck around with these guys. On the outside of Steve Young in 27, waits for the opportunity, sneaks through on the inside of Ladner in car number 69, and he's lapped them. So it's Russell Clark, car number 42. Hetherington still has to lap car 69 and 27 with 2 laps to go if he wants any chance of catching Clark, but I doubt it. So Russell Clark in car number 42 comes around now with a white flag and 1 to go. Second place Hetherington in car number 76 as he opens the gate, goes through in between Ladner in car 69 and also Steve Young in car number 27. And third place Ross Ballard as Steve Young puts himself, Ballard misses, puts himself around. Can he get it back under control? He just nudges the Paddy Horsesign fence. He's still in third place and should take the checkered for third. First over the line, Russell Clark. Second, Rodney Hetherington in car number 76. And third place will go to Ross Ballard in 17, who threw his car to avoid hitting Steve Young in car number 27. Just nudged the concrete fence with the back of his car, but no damage done. And that's the mini modified final. Over 8 laps. Won by Russell Clark in 42. 4 starts, 4 wins. Second place, Hetherington in car number 76. Third place, Ross Ballard in car number 17. And that's in a time of 2:25.54. 2:25.54. So a good win to car 42 driver Russell Clark, first over the line. Second over the line, Hetherington in car number 76. And third over the line, Ross Ballard in car number 17, as the production saloons now come out for their final over 12 laps. It was a good bit of driving there by Ballard in car number 17. It's his third place sack. They came back to fifth place, so they just stayed for first, second, third, fourth, so everybody picked it up. Even Steve Young in car number 27, who spun it out of turn number 2, and Ross Ballard in car number 17 threw his car to get out of the way to avoid any bingle. Just flipped the Paddy Horse sign on the fence over there, but got it back and took out a credible third place. Production saloons out now for their final. Car 73 has pole position. That's Danny Littlehales. Behind him, David Brewhout in 26. Robbie Stevenson in 42. Ladner in 43. We have one car out that won't make it, car number 30, who blew earlier on in the day. And that was David Glenn in car number 30. They let him go straight away. 12-lap final. Ladner on the outside in 43. Takes it on Little Hales in car 73. Then comes David Brewhout in car number 26, followed by Robbie Stevenson in car number 42. And then driving car number 18 in the final is David Ricketts in car number 18, because that's no way that's Linda Dean in car number 18. Ricketts in car number 18. Bring up the rear of the field at the moment is David Savell in car number 9. Ladner leads 43. Little Hale second in car number 73. Brewhout in third place. On the outside of him comes Robbie Stevenson in car number 42. Also Ricketts in car number 18 stays right with him with his little 179. Car 43, Ladner leads and pulls away from the rest of the field. Danny Littlehales is running in second place in car number 73, and we have a bunch up of drivers. Brewhout in 26. Car number 18 is David Ricketts. 42 is Stevenson as David Ricketts fights his way through and looks like going into third place, but David Brewhout from Geelong doesn't want to give way to Ricketts. It's Danny Littlehales for second. Ricketts goes to third. Now Robbie Stevenson sneaks through on the inside of David Brewhout. Can he get back a placing on Ricketts in car number 18? Ricketts should take out second. Danny Littlehales is high on the fence. Comes back down in front of Ricketts and makes Ricketts brake rather heavily going into turn number 1. He's washed out high again and Ricketts goes to second. Robbie Stevenson goes into second place. He goes on the inside of David Ricketts. Good driving by Robbie Stevenson. Lenny Ladner leads. Robbie Stevenson second. Ricketts third. Littlehales third. Then comes David Brewhout and they're followed by David Savell in car number 9. But Ladner doing it nicely out there in front in car number 43. And whoa, round goes Littlehales in car number 73. How David Brewhout missed him, I don't know. Littlehales still looking for a way to come on the circuit. He's found reverse. He's backed onto the ground. Now he's got to find first. He hasn't got a problem because the motor won't start. Danny Littlehales in car number 73 is stuck out of turn number 4 as the red flag goes up. We have a red flag. We have a stoppage. And now Danny Littlehales gets it started in car number 73. We have a restart. Rear of field to Danny Littlehales in car number 73. It wouldn't have mattered because he went to the rear automatically as those cars passed him. So it's Ladner the leader in car number 43. Robbie Stevenson running second in car number 42. And then I think it was David Ricketts in car number 18. Followed by David Brewhout in car number 26. And now Danny Littlehales, after his little bit of a spin out there in car number 73, looks like he's wearing number 1 on his car, but that's Mobile 1. And the 73 is further down the body of his car. Good bit of psychology there. Looks like you're wearing number 1. Ladner the leader, car number 43. How many laps down? 5. 6. So there's 6 down and 6 to go. It's a 12-lapper. Ladner the leader in first. Oh, flat tyre to David Brewhout in car number 26. David Brewhout has a flat right-hand rear tyre, so that'll put him out of action. Bad luck for David. 6 down and 6 to go. Car number 43, the leader, Len Ladner. Robbie Stevenson second in car number 42. Then comes David Ricketts in car number 18. David Brewhout in 26. Car number 9, then David Savell. And bring up the rear of the field, Danny Littlehales in car number 73. I don't think David Brewhout realises yet, but he's got a blown right-hand rear tyre. I think the officials are going now to tell him the bad news. So that's bad luck for David Brewhout from Geelong in 26. He'll probably say, can I keep running? I'm not sure whether the ruling will allow him to run. Flat tyre on car number 26, right-hand rear. He'll pull to the centre. I don't think they'll allow him to continue. Looks like he wants to run with his flat tyre. Okay, they're going to let him go now, and we'll have a restart with 6 down and 6 to go. The leader is Ladner in car number 43. Car 42 is Robbie Stevenson. Then David Ricketts in car number 13. David Brewhout in car number 26 now going to the infield. David Ricketts to the infield also by the looks of it in car number 18. David Brewhout out in car number 26. Flat right-hand rear tyre. So we have Ladner left running in car number 43, Robbie Stevenson in car number 42, then comes Savelle in car number 9, and then Danny Littlehales in car number 73. How come Ricketts went out? Righto, Ladner was 6 down and 6 to go in car number 43. Robbie Stevenson second in car number 42. In third place, David Savelle in car number 9. And bringing up the rear now, Danny Littlehales in car number 73. 43, Ladner leads. In second place, Robbie Stevenson in 42. David Savelle in 9, and they've got 6 to go out of this 12-lap final. Ladner leading in car 43 as they come around now for the green flag, and we should get a start. Ladner 43, Robbie Stevenson 42, and I'm not sure we'll have enough cars left to run another race later on for these guys. Ladner takes it away again. Robbie Stevenson sits on his tail there in car number 42. Danny Littlehales goes into third place in 73 as Robbie Stevenson's taken the lead now in car 42. The Ladner car number 43, looks like it's in a bit of bother there, being passed by Danny Littlehales and also by Savelle in car number 9. Thought maybe he may have blown a tyre, but he hasn't done a tyre, so Ladner out in car number 43. So the lead goes to Robbie Stevenson in car number 42. Second place to Littlehales in car number 73. And third place now to David Savelle in car number 9. Looks like Ladner in steering trouble because he's pulled to the infield. He's undone his seatbelt, so that means he's climbing out, and that's the finish of Ladner in car number 43. Looks like his front tyre's going down. So Robbie Stevenson out in front now, laughing to himself, I've got this one. Robbie Stevenson, car number 42, leads Danny Littlehales in car number 73. And in third place, David Savelle in car number 9 for first, second and third. And all they've got to do is putt around now and finish. So 42 doing it nicely. Robbie Stevenson out in front. At first it was Ladner, now it's Stevenson. Danny Littlehales hangs on to second place in car number 73. And third place goes to David Savelle in car number 9. 42, 73 and 9 for first, second and third. Sitting it out in the centre, Ladner 43, Ricketts in car number 18, and David Brewhout out with a flat tyre in car number 26. The white flag is up and 1 to go. First, second and third are guaranteed. All they've got to do is finish another lap. First will be Robbie Stevenson in car number 42, then Danny Littlehales in car number 73, followed by David Savelle in car number 9. 42, Robbie Stevenson comes around with a checkered flag, and a nice win for this guy. He'd be loving it. Robbie Stevenson, 42. Then comes Danny Littlehales in car number 73, and they're followed by David Savelle in car number 9. First, second and third have come over with a checkered flag, and first over was Robbie Stevenson in car number 42. Second over the line, Danny Littlehales in car number 73. And third was car number 9, David Savelle, in a time of 3:46.07. 3:46.07, 3:46.07, and Robbie Stevenson took out the final for Production Saloons in car 42. Littlehales second after spinning out, causing that stoppage. Went to the rear of the field, a few cars pulled out, and he come out with a second. Well, it doesn't matter how you get him, he's got it. Danny Littlehales second, and third place went to David Savelle from Avalon in car number 9. Is Robert Kennedy in car number 4. Then on the outside of Hume, behind him in car number 5 is Paul Rabbis. Then comes in Les Watmore and the Wayne Farquhar car in car number 41. I'm not sure who's driving it. Then comes Darryl Shivers in 79 behind them. Behind Rabbis in car 5, pulling in is John Van Meel in car number 21. Looks like Jacoby in 36 is drawn rear of the field. He would not be happy with that. Coming out now is Peter Walters in car number 75. Pulls in behind John Van Meel in car number 21. Then comes John Sanford coming out of the gate there in car number 15. That's John Sanford. Not sure who's behind him, but it's the Sanford car. Looks like they need a push car out there or something. Someone's waving. They're all in for this 15-lap final. And this race for the fender benders is put on by MG&M Bunting from Warren Heap Street in Buninyong for all your automotive repairs and service on petrol and heat-tane gas, mixed business and takeaway. That's the Bunting organisation at Warren Heap Street in Buninyong, which is just down the road, 1301, for all your automotive repairs and service, petrol and heat-tane gas. It's a mixed business and takeaway. That's the Bunting organisation, Warren Heap Street in Buninyong. Puts on the fender bender final over 15 laps. Wouldn't let them go. Car number 16, Ken Russell, I think it is, in 16. Stalling at the moment. He didn't want to sit in behind car number 29, driver Roger Smith, and caused the race to be stopped, or the green flag not to be dropped. So we're going to try and take him around one more time and see if we can get another start. Super Saloons are on after this one. I think it's going to be the ladies' race next. This is just the special race because they're mixing the cars up. Righto, here we go. 80's on the pole. Michael Latch in car number 80. On the outside of him, Roger Smith in car number 29. Sitting behind him, Ken Russell in 16. On the inside of him, Brian Kennedy in car 45. Halesworth in 14. Brett Braddock in car number 97. Hume in 72. Sanford in 15. Rabbits in car number 10. On the inside of him, Robert Kennedy. And away goes the flag for this 15-lap final, courtesy of the Buntings from Warren Heap Street in Buninyong. And to the lead, it's car number 80 at the moment. Hasn't had a good day in the heats, but doing okay at this stage. Michael Latch in car number 80. Second place goes to Roger Smith in car number 29. Then comes Halesworth in 14 on the outside. Brett Braddock in car number 97. John Sanford in car number 15 as car number 80 is starting to sort himself out now. Michael Latch in car number 80. 1, 2, 3, 4 wide as they come down the front. As they come down the front straight and into turn number 1, and it's Latch. Michael Latch still leads in car number 80. In pursuit of him, we got Sanford now coming through on the inside in car number... Oh! Up in the air he goes and almost over. But he continues and still holds the lead. Sanford will be penalised in car number 15, I think. He hasn't taken the lead, so he may be okay. It's Roger Smith now has taken the lead. And boy, was that a close one there. Oh, and around we go. Oh, concrete fence, look out. Someone's lost a wheel. Someone's into the fence, and 80's in trouble, almost goes over again as he's locked up with Jacoby and Halesworth in 14, and we have a red flag. A wheel on the track, and that belongs to Paul Rabbis in car number 5. 80's in all sorts of trouble as he's going around out of turn 3 and 4. Almost went over there as the car went underneath him, and that was Sanford in car number 15. I hope he's got his bicycle clips on nice and tight because I'm pretty sure he needs it. And he's out of the races. He's got a blowing right-hand rear tyre, flat as a pancake, and car number 80 will not resume the restart. So the lead will go, I think, well, I don't really know now with only one lap down. They just changed places. They come underneath the judges' box. I think we ought to just about restart it. But 29 may be the leader, Roger Smith in 29, then Sanford in car number 15. And John Sanford, very lucky not to be penalised. He come over the pole. He had just about gained a position, but had just drawn back by about a quarter of a car's length. Hadn't gained a place as Roger Smith in 29 took the lead. The leader now. He's out. No? 80. Hey Mick, 80 should be the leader. He's out. 80's out with a flat tyre. We're looking for him to take over the lead, but he's out with a flat right-hand tyre, so that's bad luck. So 29 now goes to lead Roger Smith in car number 29. He's followed by John Sanford in car number 15. Then comes Brett Braddock in car number 97. He's followed by Robert Kennedy in car number 4. And now they're looking for another car to come in. I think it'll be the Brian Kennedy car. No, it's not. It's Ray Halesworth in car number 14. Ray Halesworth in 14. I tell you what, that guy in car number 80 would be praying now. I think he's that lucky twice. Lucky down here out of turn 4 not to go over, and then the trouble he was in down that bottom corner. Let's have a look at him. It's car number 29, Roger Smith, the leader. In second place, Sanford in car number 15. Then comes Brett Braddock in car number 97, followed by Robert Kennedy in car number 4. Then comes Ray Halesworth in 14, followed by Darryl Shivers in car number 79. Then comes up John Van Meel in car number 21, followed by Brian Jacoby in car number 36. Then coming through in the white overalls is Wayne Farquhar in car number 41. He'll be followed by Peter Waters in car number 75. He's been given the nod to go ahead, and they're starting Indian file, I think 2 down and 13 to go. Behind him comes Brian Kennedy in car number 45. He's followed by Mick Hume in car number 72. Then comes Doug West in car 10, and bring up the rear of the field is Ken Russell in car number 16. Just waiting for the Paul Rabbers car to be picked up on the back of the Redline tow truck, car number 5. He's the guy that lost the wheel. He'll go into the infield. Looks like the next race coming on after this is the ladies' race. We've got about 5 or 6 cars lined up there. They'll be coming out. I'm not sure the Super Saloons will be running a final now that they've mixed these ladies up. I'm sure that they'd still like to have their run. But we'll go through the field once more and have a look. Out in front is Roger Smith in car number 29. John Sanford in second place in car number 15, followed by Brett Braddock in car number 97. Then comes car number 14, Ray Halesworth, and one car's been pulled out of line. I don't know for what reason at this stage. He's got to be behind the Jacoby's car number 36. That's Robert Kennedy in 4. So behind Halesworth we have Darryl Shivers in car number 79, followed by John Van Meel in car number 21. Brian Jacoby in 36. Pulling in behind him will be Robert Kennedy in car number 4. Then comes Peter Waters in car number 75, followed by car number 41, which is Wayne Farquhar. Behind him, Brian Kennedy in car number 45. Then Mick Hume in car 72, Doug West in car number 10, and Ken Russell brings up the rear of the field there in car number 16. Light drizzle out there, still can't spot it from here, but they tell me it is a little bit damp out there. They'll send them around for one more lap. Slow down, fellas, no flag. Oh, look at the smoke pouring out the back of the Darryl Shivers Falcon, car number 79. He may not make the completion of this 13 laps. It's pouring out a lot of blue smoke. The lead still Roger Smith on this restart in 29. Second place Sanford in car number 15. Third place Brett Braddock in car number 97. Then comes Halesworth in 14. Shivers in car number 79, and John Van Meel in car number 21. 2 down, 13 to go. The lead to car number 29, driver Roger Smith in his Falcon. Can he do it with 13 to go? That's a lot of laps. It's getting drizzly out there. The track will be getting slippery, and away goes Roger Smith in car number 29. Trying to sneak through on the inside of Sanford was Brett Braddock in car number 97 as he gets the nose through and he's taken the placing. Sanford will fall back to third, must get to the pole, or Shivers will sneak through on the inside also. But it's Roger Smith doing it nicely at the moment out in front in car number 29. Brett Braddock runs second in car number 97, followed by Sanford in 15, Shivers in car number 79, and here comes Jacoby making his move there in car number 36. Van Meel stays right in there with him in car number 21, then comes Halesworth in car number 14. But Roger Smith doing it nicely, and Brett Braddock makes a move on the outside in car number 97. He's up high and almost loses control. Not only does he lose control, he loses second as John Sanford now sneaks through on the inside in car number 15. Then comes Darryl Shivers in car number 79, and Braddock still sits on the outside in car number 97. Also Van Meel in car number 21 as Shivers comes down on top of him down the back chute in car 21. Shivers in 79, the lead still goes to Roger Smith in 29. Second place to Sanford, only by a cat's whisker. No, it's not. It's to Brett Braddock in car number 97. Sanford to third place in car number 15, and Brett Braddock goes the outside in 97, and Roger Smith in car number 20. Oh! Sanford straight into the concrete fence. He's wiped himself out there in car number 15. Can he drag himself off the fence and off the circuit? No, he continues. Not a great deal of damage, apparently. Roger Smith in car number 29. Brett Braddock on the outside. Here comes a flying opportune valiant of Jacoby's car number 36. We have a race on our hands. Roger Smith 29, Braddock in car number 97, Jacoby in 36. First and second are locked together side by side as they come out of turn number 4. Jacoby sits there, waits for the gap. Will Smith move up? No, he doesn't, so Jacoby goes the outside. Brett Braddock has taken the lead in car number 97. Jacoby still on the outside of Roger Smith in car number 29. The three of them are locked together as Sanford goes to the infield. Roger Smith loses first, goes to third, and it's Brett Braddock now the leader. Jacoby finds the opening, comes through on the inside, but Braddock in the Cortina has that little bit more power. No, he doesn't see Jacoby. Jacoby's taken the lead in 36. Brett Braddock running second now in 97. And then comes car number 29, Roger Smith, followed by Halesworth in car number 14, and Jacoby pulls away. a top contender for the Victorian title next Saturday at Bendigo International Raceway. Brian Jacoby, then comes Brett Braddock. Third place to Roger Smith, but not for long as Haleworth sneaks through on the inside in car number 14. And I think it's Kennedy's been passed there in car number 45, and also Wayne Farquhar in car number 41. It's Jacoby in 36, Braddock in 97, and now Halesworth for third in car number 14, followed by Roger Smith in 29. And then comes Wayne Farquhar in car number 41, followed by Shivers in 79. Brian Kennedy in car number 45, followed by Tony Head. No, it's Peter Waters in car number 75. Then comes Dougie West in car number 10, followed by Mike Hume in car number 72. Then comes Ken Russell in car number 16, and here's the leader, Brian Jacoby in car number 36. Brian Jacoby, he leads Brett Braddock in car number 97. Then comes Ray Halesworth in car 14, followed by Roger Smith in car number 29. Then comes Daryl Shivers, about to take him on the outside in car number 79. Oh, around, Halesworth is up! Halesworth is up, he's been helped there. Sticking underneath him there is Roger Smith in car number 97. He pulls away, and Halesworth will hit the ground. No, he's not now, he's stuck on his bonnet. Boy, oh boy, Halesworth had Roger Smith in car number 29 pulled back a little bit quicker. Halesworth would have fallen back on its wheels. His car will be mobile. He was about to go over. He'll be okay. I don't think there'll be any need for the St John's Ambulance people, who will take this opportunity and thank them very much for their participation here at Redline Raceway. Need people like them. They're all qualified to help these guys out or ladies out if they get into any difficulties. But Ray Halesworth, boy, what a lucky man not to go over there in car number 14. He started to go over when he spun, and coming underneath him was Roger Smith in car number 29. Just pulled up there and held him up on a 45-degree angle. Started to back off, but somewhere along the line, something under the car caught with a part on the Roger Smith car number 29. There's still a little bit there stuck on the cars. They're trying to lift it and wedge it away. They'll pull them into the centre, but the good news is the St John's Ambulance people are not required. Halesworth in car number 14. Boy, what a spectacular bit of movement that was there as you're sitting wedged still at a 45-degree angle, the car deciding which way to drop, whether to drop on its side or back on its wheels, and Roger Smith made up the decision for him, parked in underneath him and kept him at the 45, then tried to back off, and now they're all mangled up. A nice bucket of water would probably help there, and they'll be able to separate those two cars. But a fine run at the moment by Jacoby in car number 36. Boy, can he go. He started from the rear of the field, has now hit the front. Not sure how many laps down we are, but he must be close to the finish. There's only 5 to go. 10 down and 5 to go. Jacoby leads in car number 36. Just started up just like that. And I guess he'll be at the title next week at Bendigo in car number 36, and a top contender for the Victorian title. Been requested now to go around to the corner steward at the 3BA sign. John Sanford asked for the gate. He's gone out. Still trying to separate these two cars. Looks like one of them caught fire or something's going on. I'm not sure whether they used a fire extinguisher or they just try to start the car up. But they are still locked together. As soon as they've separated them, we'll continue with the final for the fender benders over 15 laps. A stoppage on lap number 2, a stoppage on the 10th lap with 5 to go. We'll have a restart. Jacoby the leader. In second place, Brett Braddock in car number 97. Third was Halesworth in car number 14. I think now that will go to Daryl Shivers in car number 79, because 2 cars, I'm pretty sure, will be out of it. But 29, he still wants to go. 29 is back in it, so he should pull in behind car number 97. Behind car number 97 will go Roger Smith. He didn't cause the stoppage of the race. It was caused by Ray Halesworth in car number 14. Was up on his side. Car number 29 just slid in underneath him to stop him from rolling right over. A fine job done by Roger Smith in 29. So he goes back to third place. I'm not sure how his car's going to handle. She looks a little bit mangled up on the left-hand front area. But if his steering's okay, I guess it doesn't matter what the panel work looks like. So here we are, back to placings now. Jacoby the leader with 5 to go in 36. Braddock second in 97. Then Roger Smith in 29. Down a lap is Wayne Farquhar in car number 41, so now it Shivers back to 4th in 79. The flag has dropped, the race is on. Jacoby goes away immediately, and we're having a look at that car number 29. She's in a bit of a mess there, the Roger Smith Falcon, but she seems to be handling okay. So it's Jacoby away to a good lead there in car number 36, followed by Brett Braddock in car number 97. Third place to Roger Smith in car number 29. A lap down is Wayne Farquhar in car number 41. Then comes Daryl Shivers in car number 79, followed by Doug West in car number 10. Jacoby doing it nicely from Braddock, running second in 97. Roger Smith still hangs on to third place in car number 29. And Wayne Farquhar in car 41, who's a lap down, doing a fine job to stay up with a third and fourth place getters at this stage. On the outside comes Daryl Shivers in car number 79. He wants to take up a placing. It's car number 29, driver Roger Smith, trying to nudge the car along, but she won't go any quicker. 1, 2, 3, whoa, look at this. Wayne Farquhar in 41 almost puts Shivers out of action in car number 79 as he puts him up towards the concrete fence. But Daryl Shivers back onto the circuit now. He's up a little bit high. Could give Roger Smith the chance to take him on the outside. A black flag has gone up, I think. The driving under protest flag has gone to Wayne Farquhar in car number 41. I think that would be his little bit of attention paid to car number 79. I don't think he realised he got the driving under protest. He's pulled to the infield. He could have continued to race. He was only going to be told he was naughty. The lead still to Jacoby in car number 36. Second place to Braddock in 97. Third place to Shivers in 79, then comes Hume in 72. And Roger Smith is out of action in car number 29 as the poor, I think it's an XR or XT, is about to go into the centre. The checkered flag has gone up. Jacoby the winner, Braddock second, and third place will go to Daryl Shivers in car number 79. Bit battered, tattered and torn, the old Falcon, but she still brings out a nice third. First over the line, Brian Jacoby, car number 36, first over the line. Second over the line was car number 97, Brett Braddock. And third over the line was Daryl Shivers in car number 79. Just waiting for the time. We had a couple of stoppages. Added up comes to 5:24.14. 5:24.14. And that goes to Jacoby in car number 36. Second, Brett Braddock in car number 96. And third to car number 79. And it looks like we've got the last race of the evening coming up, or the afternoon coming up, and it looks like it's a ladies' event. The Super Saloon drivers have loaned their cars out to the ladies. Instead of running themselves in the final, they're going to allow the ladies to run. So we have a ladies' race on, and I guess that'll go over about 8 laps. We'll give them a decent old race while they're going out there. We have a mixture of drivers out there. I have no idea who's driving what car. I can only guess with some of them. Coming out in 64 would be Gay Morrow, there's no doubt about that. 18, Carol Grist in 20. We'll say Mrs. Brewhout in car number 26, because I've no idea who's in it. And Gail Carnilowitz in car number 23, staying well back and out of the way of all the traffic. It's an 8-lapper. This is courtesy of Redline Raceway. Last event on the program. We hope you've enjoyed the day, because we'd like to see you here in a fortnight's time with lots more top action at Redline Raceway. Gay Morrow not mucking around this time in car number 64. I'm pretty sure that she'll beat these rest of these ladies. She's becoming a very experienced driver. In second place, Carol Grist in car number 20, followed by Brewhout in car number 26. And behind them we have Linda Dean in car number 18, followed by Gail Carnilowitz in car number 23. But Gay Morrow doing it nicely in car 64. Carol Grist staying right there with another experienced speedway driver in car number 20. And behind them, Brewhout in car number 26, followed by Linda Dean in car number 18. As we have, it's a fender bender just gone into the centre. I thought there was somebody out already. And it's Gail Carnilowitz in car number 23. Gay Morrow, 64. Laps already, Gail Carnilowitz in car number 23. Carol Grist stays within slingshot of her in car number 20, and they're going down that back chute. Carol Grist in second place. She get a good run on down that back straight, she should be able to catch the Gay Morrow car, or can she? Too much power in the Super Saloon, but Carol Grist keeping her in view, so when he catches up to these tail enders, maybe a mistake by Gay Morrow could give Carol Grist a bit of an edge and be able to sling past car 64 driver Gay Morrow. Caught up to Brewhout in 26, Dean in car number 18, and she's boxed in at this stage. She's got to find a gap. Carol Grist with the opportunity now, but Carol Grist also slowed down. She should have taken the initiative and gone on the outside. Now she decides to split them and go down the middle. Brewhout in 26, Linda Dean in car number 18, and Carol Grist in the middle there in car number 20. But this has allowed Gay Morrow in car number 64 to pull away to a good lead, and it's an 8-lapper for ladies. Gay Morrow, 64. In second place, Carol Grist in car number 20. Brewout in car number 26. Linda Dean in car number 18. And bringing up the rear of the field, Gail Carnilowicz in car number 23. But Gay Morrow doing it nicely now. Has pulled well clear of Carol Grist in car number 20. Gay Morrow 64 with 2 laps to go. Carol Grist still hanging on to second place in car number 20. A lap down or 2 laps down is Gail Carnilowicz in car number 23. Then comes Brewout in car number 26, followed by Linda Dean in car number 18. And here comes the leader for the white flag and 1 to go, and it's a pretty quick 8-lapper. Gay Morrow, car number 64, is almost half a lap ahead of second place. Getting out Carol Grist in car number 20. Well, not quite half a lap, but by the time the race is finished, it'll be that close to it. Second place, Carol Grist in car number 20, and third place will go to Brewout in car number 26, followed by Linda Dean in car number 18 as Gay Morrow finds her way through and takes the checkered flag in the ladies' final here at Redline Raceway. First over the line, Gay Morrow 64, Carol Grist second in car number 20, and third place looks like going to the Brewout car number 26. So that's first, second and third. Over the line for Super Saloons, Gay Morrow 64, Carol Grist in car number 20, and Geelong 26, the Brewout car. In the ladies' final, over 8 laps in a time of 2:41.24. 2:41.24. And it looks like we haven't got enough Aid Production saloons to front up for another race. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to call it quits tonight. We hope you've enjoyed the racing here at Redline Raceway, and we would like to see you back here in a fortnight's time for the big one, which is the Begonia 2004 Super Saloons, and racing will start at 1 o'clock. And the meeting after that, the race meeting, will begin at 12 o'clock. So don't forget, the Joe Max Little Sew-On badge has been picked up. Thanks very much to those people and to the sponsors who handed out. It's just a sew-on cotton cloth badge to sew onto your jacket, but it's something for nothing, and we hope you enjoy it, and we hope you've enjoyed the racing here today. We haven't had big fields. We know that the crowd was down a little bit, but we'll put that down to the weather because, by gee, if you weren't involved in Speedway, you've got to be pretty keen to come to a Speedway track on a day like today. We thank you for your participation here. We hope you've enjoyed the racing, and we'd like to see you back here in a fortnight's time on the 19th. And in the meantime, next week, next Saturday, Bendigo International Race. Don't forget, drive to arrive, and we'll see you here on the 19th.